Hello, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm sharing a very special story called The Giving Tree, a touching tale about love, selflessness, and unconditional generosity. Stay with me for the next few minutes and let yourself be carried away by this heartfelt story. The Giving Tree. Once upon a time, in the heart of a quiet, lush forest, there stood a tall, magnificent tree. Its branches reached high into the sky, strong and full of green leaves that danced joyfully in the breeze. Its roots ran deep into the earth, grounding it like a wise old guardian. This tree, though it could not speak with words, had a heart full of love, patience, and generosity. Not far from the tree lived a young boy, playful, curious, and full of life. Every morning, as the sun peeked through the canopy above, the boy would run to the tree, laughing and calling out as if the tree could hear him. And in its own quiet way, the tree did listen. The boy would climb the tree's thick branches, swinging from them like a monkey reaching for the sky. He would rest in its shade during warm afternoons, and when he was hungry, the tree would lower its branches heavy with red, sweet apples for him to eat. Sometimes the boy would collect fallen leaves and pretend they were money or make crowns from them, playing the role of a forest king. He even carved their initials into the bark, a small promise that their friendship would last forever. The tree loved those days. It didn't need anything else. The boy was its joy, and the tree gave everything it could, its fruit, its shade, its branches, for no reason other than love. But time, as it always does, moved forward. The boy began to grow. He stopped visiting the tree every day. Sometimes weeks would pass without a single visit, and when he did return, he no longer climbed or played. He would sit quietly for a moment, lost in thought, and then leave again. The tree missed him deeply but remained hopeful, patiently waiting for the laughter to return. One day, the boy came back, but now he was a young man. His eyes were different, his voice deeper. His mind was busy with dreams and desires. "Tree," he said, "I'm not a child anymore. I want things. I need money. I want to live in the city and have nice clothes and new things. Can you help me?" The tree was quiet for a moment. It didn't know much about money, but it wanted to help. "I don't have money," the tree said gently, "but take my apples. Sell them in the market. That should help you." The young man smiled, climbed up, picked every apple the tree had, and walked away without a second glance. The tree felt a little bare, a little lonelier, but also proud to have given something the boy needed. The seasons passed. The apples grew again, but the boy didn't return. The tree stood quietly through the storms and sunshine, listening to the wind, the birds, the rustle of time. Still it waited. Then one day, the boy came back, older now, his shoulders broader, his eyes more tired. "Tree," he said, "I need a house, a place to live, a place to raise a family. Can you give me that?" The tree, though a bit more weathered, still had strong limbs. "Cut down my branches," it said, "and build your house. That way, you'll have a home and be happy." The man did just that. He took a saw and cut the branches one by one. He carried them away without much of a goodbye. The tree, now just a trunk with a few leaves clinging to its bark, stood in silence. It felt empty, but still happy to have helped. Years passed. The forest around the tree grew quieter. The birds no longer sang from its branches. They were gone. The shade was no longer deep, but the tree waited. And then, at last, the man returned. Now he was older, with lines on his face and worry in his eyes. "Tree," he said, "I'm tired of everything. I want to go far away. I want to leave everything behind. Can you give me something that will help me escape?" The tree, now a mere trunk, thought deeply. "Use my trunk," it said softly. "Cut me down. Build a boat. Sail wherever your heart desires." And so, the man did. He cut the trunk down until only a small stump remained. He built a boat and sailed away, leaving the tree alone, with nothing left to give. The forest was quiet. Seasons changed again and again. The stump grew old, covered with moss. The animals rarely stopped by. Yet still the stump waited, until one final day, the man returned. He was no longer young. His back was bent, his hair white, and his hands shaky. "Tree," he whispered, "I've lived a long life. I've worked hard, searched for many things. I've had much and lost much. But now, all I want is a place to sit. I am so very tired. The stump, though it had nothing left, not apples, not branches, not a trunk, smiled in its own quiet way. I'm sorry, it said. I have nothing left to give, but I am just a stump now. A good place to sit and rest. The old man smiled for the first time in many years. He sat down gently on the stump, closed his eyes, and let out a deep, peaceful breath. And the tree was happy. Moral: true generosity is not about wealth or material gifts, but about giving what you can, from the heart, without expecting anything in return. Love is not measured by how much you have, but by how much of yourself you're willing to share. Just like the tree, those who love us deeply often give everything they have, not for reward, but because giving is their way of loving. Thank you for listening to this story. I hope it touched your heart and made you reflect on the beauty of giving without expecting anything in return. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone special. See you next time.